Hello students, have your seats. In this session, we are going to discuss live processes. That is in your science book in 6th chapter. This is the second session on live processes. In last session, we have discussed the various biological processes which are required to maintain the life of the living being on this planet. And we have seen all the biological processes are interdependent, interconnected, intercoordinated to maintain the life of the living beings. First and main biological function is nutrition, because we know for the survival, for the maintaining the life, for gaining energy, all the living beings require nutrients, various type of the nutrients, food materials. And intaking or ingestion of the food materials we discuss under this biological function, that is nutrition. That time we have already discussed. Again I am repeating the definition of the nutrition. Nutrition is that biological function by which the living being either procure the food materials or synthesize the food materials inside their body. Depending upon the mode of the nutrition, we can classify the biological process, we can classify all the living beings into two categories. First category is autotrophic nutrition. On the basis of this mode of nutrition, we can classify the living beings as autotrophic organisms or autotrophs. And second categories of nutrition or second categories of the animals comes under this heterotrophic nutrition. The process of the nutrition is called as heterotrophic, and the animals which perform this type of nutrition are called as heterotrophic organisms or heterotrophs. Now firstly we will discuss the autotrophic mode of nutrition. You see this term, autotrophic. This autotrophic term is made up of two parts of words. First is auto. Auto means self and trophic means nutrition. Nutrition. The mode of nutrition in which or by which the organisms synthesize the food materials inside their body is called as autotrophic mode of nutrition. And the organisms which perform the autotrophic nutritions are called as autotrophs or autotrophic organisms. In this planet, only green plants or certain bacteria like blue-green bacteria or cyanobacteria are the organisms which can perform the autotrophic nutrition. Only green plant, remember, only green plant, whether they are higher plants or certain lower plants like alga, can manufacture can synthesize their own food material inside their body. And certain bacteria, only cyanobacteria or blue-green bacteria, can perform the autotrophic mode of nutrition. They can synthesize food material inside their body. And in next session we will discuss the autotrophic mode of nutrition in detail. And here I would like to say that due to this feature, all the green plants are the actual producer. So they are called as universal producer because they are only organisms which can perform the autotrophic mode of nutrition, and by the autotrophic mode of nutrition they can produce food material on this planet. So they are called as universal. Universal, you remember, universal producer. Only green plant, remember, green plants are called as universal producer because they only can produce their own food material inside their body by the process of photosynthesis. In next session we will discuss in detail the autotrophic mode of nutrition, particularly the photosynthesis, how photosynthesis takes place inside the body of the green plants. Now we will discuss the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Similarly, you see here this term. This term is made up of two parts. First is hetero and second is trophic. Hetero means other, trophic means nutrition. Similarly, we can define the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. The organisms which procures or get food materials from the other organisms because they cannot produce their own food. So they are dependent upon the other organisms for their nourishment, for their food. So they are called as heterotrophic organisms, or such type of nutrition is called as heterotrophic nutrition. Clear? Any doubt? Except green plants and cyanobacteria, all other plants or animals found on these planets comes under these categories of heterotrophs. We can classify the heterotrophic mode of nutrition in three groups, three types. First is saprophytic mode of nutrition. You see this term firstly to understand what exactly this type of nutrition is. Saprophytic. This term is made up of two parts. First is sapro. Second is phytic. Sapro means rotten. Rotten. Phytic means nutrition. Here I am defining the saprophytic mode of nutrition. The heterophytic mode of nutrition in which the organisms get their food materials from the rotten substances. Examples: fungi. Fungus singular, fungi. Fungi are the lower plants. They do not contain chlorophyll. In lack of chlorophyll, they are unable to perform the photosynthesis, they are unable to synthesize food materials or carbohydrate inside their body. So they are dependent on other substances, particularly on the rotten substances, such as mushroom molds are the examples. They intake the food materials from the rotten substances by the process of diffusion, by absorbing the food materials by the process of diffusions through their general body, general part of the body. Main is diffusion, you remember. They absorb the nourishment from the rotten substances by the process of diffusions through their general surface of the body. Clear? Second type of the heterotrophic nutrition is parasitic mode of nutrition. Similarly, you see this term, parasitic. This consists of two parts. First, para, and cytic. Para means side by side, and cytose, food. The certain organisms sit beside or inside the body of the other organisms, and they intake the food materials and leave the organisms. They only sit inside the body or beside the body of the organisms to intake the food material, to absorb the food material from the body of the particular organisms. And they do not give in lieu of that taken part of the food materials from the organisms. They only intake. They sit inside or outside, you remember, the body of other organisms, purposely to get the food materials. So they are called as parasitic mode of nutrition. Here the organisms which sit inside or outside or beside the other organisms to intake the food material, to get the food materials, are called as parasitic organisms or parasites. And the organisms from which they take the food materials are called as host. Clear? Examples: Plasmodium, malaria parasites. Plasmodium is the organism which intake or take food from their host, animal or Anopheles, female Anopheles mosquitoes, animals or human beings. Similarly, Ascaris, they absorb or suck the blood from their host's body. Cuscuta is a plants which absorb the food from the other plants. It is plant, actually, parasitic plants. Now, third type of heterotrophic mode of nutrition is holozoic. You see this term, holozoic. This is also made up of two parts of words, holo or zoic. Holo means whole, solid, or zoic means animal. the animal which intake or ingest the solid or liquid food materials from outside are called as holozoic animal, or this type of the heterotrophic mode of nutrition is called as holozoic nutrition. Starting from amoeba, all other animals comes under these categories. All animals and amoeba also intake solid or liquid food materials from outside. We are also performing the holozoic mode of nutrition. We intake various type of the solid substances, liquid substances. Complex food material, we take complex food materials like fungi. We do not absorb the food or nutrients from outside by the process of diffusion. Because we are multicellular animals, we have a specific organs to perform the various biological functions. We require a complicated digestive system to digest the solid food materials. Most of the holozoic animals require a specific complicated digestive system so that they can convert the complex food materials taken by the holozoic mode of nutrition into simplest form, so that they can absorb the simplest digested form of food materials for the finally utilization, assimilation inside their body. So, holozoic mode of nutrition mainly require a specific digestive system, starting from intaking, process of intaking of the food material is called as ingestion. Thereafter, there is a specific digestive process and requires a digestive system, consists of various type of the digestive organs, such as you consider it your body. Inside your body there is a specific digestive system, consists of various digestive organs and digestive glands. All other animals apart from human beings have such type of a specific digestive system. And just I was telling, the digestive system starts from ingestion. Thereafter digestion takes place with the help of certain digestive glands inside your body. After digestion in certain part of the animal and human beings, absorptions of the digested or simplest form of the food material takes place. After absorption, assimilation takes place. Thereafter, at the end of digestion, certain waste material or undigested food materials are left behind. That should be removed out from the body. Otherwise, that undigested food material, if remain inside the body, will harm the body. So there is a process for the removal of the undigested food material of the body of the living being. That is called egestion. That is removal. In next session, firstly we will discuss the autotrophic mode of nutrition, particularly the photosynthesis. Thereafter we will discuss the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. In that we will discuss, according to our syllabus, the digestive systems of the human being. Okay, in next session we will discuss the photosynthesis. Thank you very much.